Welbo. Welcome to Lewis Sooling Show, baby. Yes, right. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, and this is a very cynical look back at the latest episode of a Smackdown. Air dated August 4th, 2023. This episode is the night before SummerSlam. So it's going to be big. And a lot of people are not going to be there on this show today. A lot of champions. Like Asuka. Like the tag team champions on both sides. You know. So anyways, before we get started with the show, just a quick rundown, quick shout out to the non-competitors. They are the glue that hold the building together. First and foremost, representing the authority figure, he's Adam Pearce. Next, getting all the pre-match interviews and all the backstage scoops, we got ourselves a little Kayla Braxton today. And going into the ring, letting you know who's going to be fighting, what's happening in the ring, and such outcomes and whatnot in the ring there. It's Mike Rome. And lastly, and most importantly, it's the commentating crew. It's the play-by-play guys, the hosts, and I even call them the narrators of the whole damn show. Now, they're the team of, now, my personal favorite, the man with a raspy, yet velvety voice, future Hall of Famer, and my personal man crush, it's Wade Barrett. And backing up Wade Barrett and, of course, tagging along for the ride, it's the long-time, veteran of over 20 plus years. He's Michael Cole. Now, without any further ado-dos, let's get on with the show. So we start off big. It's with the new face of SmackDown. That's right. Roman Reigns is never around. He's the champion for so long, but really, Roman Reigns, he's the obsolete champion of the world. Over 1,000 days, 1,500, 1,600, something Greece. A lot of days champions, but you're a champion that long because you never defended, baby. Ooh. So yeah, L.A.Knight's out there and he's cutting his promo, and everybody loves L.A.Knight. I love L.A.Knight. L.A.Knight's got great mic skills. He's a fun wrestler. And anyways, he's here pre-match talk, a little jive talking, and he's bringing up the SummerSlam Battle Royal. SummerSlam Battle Royal. Unfortunately, it's only got 9 people. 9 people in the Battle Royal. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So anyways, in this match, it's a pre-match. It's L.A.Knight versus representing the Brawling Bruits. It's Slim Sheamus. That's right. So yeah. Sheamus was in this big old match up here, and this match was about a little under 13 minutes. This was a barn burner. This was a lot of fun, because I always say this because with Sheamus, of course, it's a Butch and Ridge Holland alongside with Shame, and they start going at it. L.A.Knight, Sheamus, fighting, like I say, fighting in a ring. Very evenly matched beginning, But then we got ourselves a little bit of Santos Escobar, AJ Styles, and his girl, Michin. Michin is on fire. Of course, Karrion Kross and Scarlett, Miz, and Grayson Waller. The Waller effect. So yeah, they're all out there. I'm not sure why they're out there. Because they have a battle royal, or one of those damn matches. Earlier on, we have one of those battle royals happening. A mini battle royal. It doesn't matter. So I gotta see my opponents before the big battle royal. Anyways, they all go to the ring there, and of course, L.A.Knight shows Shammy's what with a power slam, and then of course breaks out the old massive. Now this is what I think. This should be his finishing move. The L.A.Knight elbow drop. He should have a move that maybe the Blunt Force Trauma should set up this elbow drop. I think that should be the other way around. The Blunt Force Trauma is lame. It's lame. You know, it's like a headlock takeover, modified headlock takeover. It just looks lame. It looks lame. But anyways, match goes on. Match goes on. Now, why wasn't this match of the night? Why wasn't this the match of the night? I mean, Sheamus is being thrown around like he's got a Death Valley driver, like inverted. So it's like, what's that? The torture rack to a Death Valley driver. Yeah, that's right. Or is that what a Death Driver? Anyways, Death Valley driver is supposed to be. Anyways, the Death Valley driver puts him down there. But however, Sheamus goes for, you would think, a finisher right there. Sheamus gets around, you know, L.A.Knight. And with a roll-up, a schoolboy. But no, L.A. kicks out of it. Because L.A.'s not taking it in the rear tonight. Not taking it in the rear. That's true. Like I always say, if you lose to a roll-up, you're pretty much taking it in the rear. Because it's the most humiliating way to lose. It's true. That's what they say. When they say I mean me. So they, of course, they fight on the second ropes there. The second turnbuckle, where Sheamus gets some massive white noise. The air raid crash. White noise air raid crash. Whatever you call it. It's done. And after that, we got ourselves a spot here. An interesting spot, because in this match you can tell Sheamus was wiped out. He was sucking air. So he gets to the top rope there. You know, he's sitting on the turnbuckles or the corner post area. You know, and he's breathing. He's sucking air hard. And then L.A.Knight, he's supposed to jump to the top rope, which he does. And then he loses balance and falls off the top rope. Okay, so that's one thing. That's just, you know, what's yet to come. You know, see what's yet to come. And then he cuts back on the rope. And it looks like he's supposed to superplex a la, you know, looks like a German style. Belly to belly, like a belly to belly suplex off the top rope. A throw off the top rope. Looks like that's what it was supposed to be. But Sheamus, either on purpose or because he's too tired, he slips off the ropes. Pulls L.A.Knight off the top rope. He falls down. You know. And then Sheamus, he falls off too. Because what's the point of finishing the bit off now? It's ruined! Because I don't think Sheamus wanted to do the bump. It's like, nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Shamey Shame doesn't take bumps like this anymore. Could have been that. So then they fall outside the ring there. All heck starts breaking loose. Like all the competitors out there for the Royal Rumble out there. Things getting a little bit tense. Tensai wasn't there. So now until of course it's Austin Theory. He's got a match against Santos Escobar in a week's time, and so he takes a sucker punch on Santos Escobar and runs off like a thief in the night. And of course that sparks off a big old fight. Everybody starts brawling, including the brawling Bruits. And here we go. We got ourselves Butch. He jumps on the back of Karrion Kross. AJ Styles comes across. He jumps off the steel steps with a massive, phenomenal forearm. Takes them both out. And we have Miz. He decides to super kick, Ridge Holland right in the face. Because you didn't think he'd reach that high. You think he'd be just a crotch shot by the Miz. Super crotch. It doesn't matter. No. So the Miz super kicks Ridge Holland and starts gloating. He starts walking backwards towards the ring, where he gets caught up by Shamey Shame. He picks him up by his ears, and starts giving him the old beats to Balor. 1, 2, 3, 4, right to 10. And as Susie hit 10, going for 11, that's when L.A.Knight decides to give him the schoolboy. 1, 2, no! Sheamus will not be taking it in the rear either. Not tonight. Not today. Usually that finishes the match, but no, not today. Anyways, after that, Sheamus tries to get up to finish off Miz with a bro kick, but however, L.A.Knight with a bro kick, but however, hits the Miz directly in the face. And Miz, with all his might, hawks the biggest loogie and spits everywhere. That's right. So while he does that, he spins around. L.A.Knight gives him the blunt force trauma. It's a move that is pretty lame looking, especially if you don't take it very well. If you don't take it very well, it looks very bad. It looks bad indeed. But every finisher looks bad if you don't take it well. If you don't take it well, of course, it's a driver. Okay, with that said, we go backstage. Now the fight continues. All the battle royale. Well, there's a fight continues outstage. It's, the Good Brothers and the Brawling Bruits. And Adam Pearce is there. Oh, put a stop to this. He says, you want to fight? Take this to the ring. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's going to be a 4-on-3. But it might be a 3-on-3. The Brawling Bruits versus the OC. The OC. Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, the Good Brothers, and AJ Styles. But no, it's just a tag team match. It's going to be Butch, Ridge Holland versus the Good Brothers. Luke Gallows and Carl Dreidelface Anderson, because with his weird looking beard, looks like me. I've got a weird dreidel face too. Anyways, this is going to be a big match coming up right now. The Brawling Brutes versus the OC, and this one here was about almost 10 minutes long. Now, this was a good match. Tag teams were, the tags ropes were used. They did their due diligence. The tag ropes were very used. I couldn't believe it. It was a clean match. The match was clean, as in the tag ropes were used. I couldn't believe it. But it happened. So this match carries on. What happens in this match? Now, they have a nice tandem move. The Brawling Brutes, where Ridge Holland gets Carl Anderson into like a form of a camel clutch, holding him back, holding his face up, and then Butch with a massive drop kick, a basement drop kick to the face. I mean, it would look pretty brutal. Really well done move. And a kudos to the Brawling Brutes with that one. And then, of course, we got a moment. It was hilarious. Now. Butch, I should say. He's got the joint manipulations. He goes with the fingers, bending the fingers. And he starts grabbing the ear of Carl Anderson. And then he grabs his beard, a little beardy. And he starts pulling his beard around. It was hilarious. I laughed. I almost peed myself. It was so funny. Anyways, we got a move where Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows try to put it away with their, one and done. Their own one and done. The 3D. Really sloppily on Butch. The timing wasn't there. It's like Carl Anderson and, Luke Gallows holds up Butch. Carl Anderson goes for a neck breaker, but he just drops. Luke Gallows does a jump and fall, while Carl Anderson just drops to the ground. There's no jump in there. He's not waiting for Luke Gallows at all. Come on now, you guys been tag team for 60 years and still can't read each other? Come on now. So then, Ridge Holland breaks up that pin attempt. Now, later on in the match, of course, Butch gets down on some Carl Anderson in the ring there with a massive Insigiri or Shining Wizard to the face. And then Luke Gallows breaks up that penny, And then here's like the end sequence, I believe. Butch, or Ridge Holland comes in there. He comes in and says, no, you don't. He breaks up and he throws back body drops Luke Gallows. He's out. He's done. That's it. So sore. Gotta roll out. Gotta get to the back. Okay, so he's done. Moving on to the match here, you got Carl Anderson doing a hiya kick. Hiya! So hilariously dumb. So he gets a rope assisted. He does a big old push kick to, Ridge Holland. And then it's in the ring there. We got ourselves Butch with the Insigiri on Carl Anderson. And then you think it's going to be over, but no. Not for the match. Not for this match, but when the match is kind of over, it kind of ends here. Because not the way you think, but it's the Street Profits, the new look Street Profits. I don't think they're going to be called the Street Profits anymore. Maybe the Business Profits, or the Hurt Business. Because they're all in business suits, and you give the stomp down on, Butch, Ridge Holland, and Carl Anderson. All of them get the beating down. Carl Anderson gets a massive sky high, power bomb, the choke slam power bomb style thing. Ridge Holland, he gets the old a suplex neck breaker. And then Butch, He gets an interesting move, a tandem move. It's supposed to be a tandem move. I think they messed up a bit, where he's passed on to from Angelo Dawkins. He's thrown to Montez Ford. Montez is supposed to give him some sort of a suplex, but he did something. Butch was thrown about, and then after that, they joined their master, their friend, I don't know. Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford meet up with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley set them up with all new clothing. Suits, baby! So yeah, pretty much the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, are replacing Shelton Benjamin and, Cedric Alexander. Hurt Business. So this is Hurt Business 2.0. Now, I don't think this is going to go very far, really, truthfully. It's Bobby Lashley. If he can't do his own career properly, if he can't manage himself properly, how the hell is he going to manage the Street Profits? How is that even possible? So yeah, I've got little faith in Bobby Lashley. Who knows? He might prove me wrong. I'm proven wrong a lot of times. It's true. Documented truth on the channel. Anyways, moving on. We have our next match. It's it's supposed to be Jey Uso, Solo Sicoa. So this is pre-match talkings, and we have Paul Heyman going to the ring there. Special counsel Wiseman Paul Heyman. Now he's talking about the whole story that what's going to happen over at SummerSlam, coming in 24 hours of the show. And it's going to be about the more than the World Championship belt. It's about the Ula Fala, the Lay, also, which means the tribal chief, the Red Lay. And anyways, yeah, it talks about that, and he takes things about Roman Reigns. This is the last thing Roman Reigns wanted. And he talks about Jimmy Uso. He says Jimmy Uso will be out indefinitely, long time, and he blames it's all about it's Jay's fault. Jimmy's gone. Jay's fault again. So yeah, Jey Uso comes out to the ring there, and he starts talking about stuff, about what the Tribal Chief, what's going to happen on, SummerSlam. There's going to be sticks. He's going to use some sticks, some chairs, and since he's the head of the table, he's going to throw him through a table, and that's true. And of course, he's going to bring it. He's going to bring everything he's got, Jey Uso, everything, family. He's going to bring everything behind him, everything to SummerSlam to become the new champ, tribal champ. Anyways, Solo Sicoa pops out there, a little bit of a, backup there, the old solo bouncer to help. Anyways, regardless, so he comes out there. They go face to face, and it's like Jey Uso is like, Solo. No matter what happens between the two of us, we're still brothers. So no matter what happens, we're going to be good because we're brothers. And you got to stop becoming mind-washed and stop taking orders. Solo Sicoa gets all upset there. Paul Heyman holds him back, and then Jey Uso with a massive kick to the face takes out Solo Sicoa. And then gives the old, nod to Paul Heyman. Gives him a little scare. Little flinch. And he walks out. Waiting for the main event match will be Jey Uso, Solo Sicoa. That's going to come up soon. And there's something here. Special news bulletin. Rey Mysterio, after his match after his massive loss against fellow Luftwaffe member, Latino World Order member, Santos Escobar, he suffered some severe whiplash. So, basically, he's at home recovering, taking it day by day. But however, no matter how painful Rey Mysterio might end, because he's already accepted an invitation to NXT. So he's already out there. He's going to be joining Dragon Lee's side against his son, Dominic Mysterio. Proving for good, he truly is not just a deadbeat dad, but a dad who definitely not behind his son. Unless, of course, there's going to be some sort of thing where, his dad truly is, loves his son and helps his son cheat to retain his championship. I think that'll be cool if Rey Mysterio pulls a little bit of a, hey, I really do love my son. I love my son. Forget you. Okay, that's NXT. So, yeah. So, Rey Mysterio suffered whiplash. Until, of course, he meets up with Dragon Lee. With his son. Next up, we have a backstage pre-match interview. Little thing. It's Kayla Braxton with Austin Theory. And, but she wants to know what's going to happen with her match with Cameron Grimes. But he basically talks about next week with Santos Escobar. Santos, what kind of man are you? You injure Rey Mysterio, the man you look up to. And it comes down to this. This next match is match at SummerSlam. But this match, our match together, it's going to be this. I'm going to dedicate my victory to Rey Mysterio himself. Which is going to be good. And with that said, he goes to his match with Cameron Grimes. Comes to the ring. Cameron Grimes versus Austin Theory. This match here. Match of the night. This was an amazing match. This was a beautiful match. This match almost ended in, even though it was very short. I wish it was longer. But it wasn't. I guess this had everything it needed to be. This was perfect. Yes, it was just well done. Even though it was like a 3-minute match. No, why? What happened? Now, before the match team starts, they go at it for a little bit. Until, of course, it's Santos Escobar. He charges towards the ring area. And he gets stopped by announcers there, officials. And Austin Theory takes his mind off the prize. When he turns around, he gets a cave-in. The massive Cameron Grimes stomping. So he stomps out Austin Theory. He goes for the pin a little bit too sloppily. A little bit too close to the ropes. Any regular referee would count at 1, 2, 3. But this referee was a little bit astute. And he read the script properly. And he found a foot that when Cameron Grimes went for the pin, he wrenched over Austin Theory. His feet went right back, match covered over. And draped over the ropes. Referee stopped the count because of that. So, yeah. This match carried on, and this match was just really high octane, baby. High octane. Cameron Grimes, Austin Theory escapes to the ropes. Cameron Grimes with a massive tope suicida through the second and third rope. Massive squashing. Then when he go back in the ring there, Cameron Grimes goes off the top rope, the very top rope, with a huge, very beautiful, one of the most beautiful high cross body presses I've ever seen in all of wrestling, just scooping through the air. This is like Superfly Jimmy Snuka style. And then, of course, Cameron Grimes' patented, high cross counter, splash, where Austin Theory runs ropes and he does the high cross. Cameron Grimes catches him in midair, does a backflip, and then big old slam splash. The slam splash. Now, here we go. Cameron Grimes goes for the massive cave-in again, but misses. He's Austin Theory's way out of the way. Now, here we go. We go to the end sequence here. Cameron Grimes climbs to the top of the rope to do a one massive, cave-in, I guess. But Austin Theory gets up. He runs to the ropes, hits those ropes. Cameron Grimes goes down hard. Just like that. On his throat. And then, after that, it's the A-Town down. The fireman's carry to the, the face buster to go to sleep. Yeah, and it's over. Cameron Grimes loses. Just like that. But after the match, however, it's not over for Austin Theory, because it's Santos Escobar. He's upset about being sucker punched earlier. And he gives him the Phantom Driver. Yep, the Michinoku Driver, also known as. To, Austin Theory. A little bit of a, hey, this is what I think of you. I'm waiting for you next week. Or during a match. Anyway, so yeah. Our next up, we got ourselves something big. It's the Grayson Waller effect. Grayson Waller effect with Damage Control. The most sexiest woman of all of SmackDown, Bayley, with her partner in crime, Iyo Sky, and they're talking stuff, It doesn't really matter, Talk about Shotzi and, Bayley's thing with Shotzi. It's really about Bayley and Shotzi. Shotzi's new look and stuff like that. And then Grayson Waller does, the music, she has this little thing where Shotzi has the thing and Bayley gets all spooked. She gets all spooked. And then, of course, Shotzi's tank shows up. There's somebody inside the cockpit, Bayley's like, oh, what? And then she realized that Shotzi's in the ring already. And Shotzi, buzz cut. She didn't commit to the bald head. The buzz cut, tank girl style. You know, a little bit longer, I suppose. Anyways, she attacks Bayley. Bayley goes down. Shotzi breaks out a hair clipper. I guess it's hair for hair, baby. She wants Bayley's hair. But Bayley's hair is so gorgeous and long and all lush. And she didn't wear a ponytail today, which she looked incredible. Extra incredible, Bayley. Yep, that's true. I think so. So looking like a mad woman. Oh, Shotzi wants some Bayley. Bayley escapes with her life. Runs away. Like a thief in the night. Meanwhile, in the ring, it's supposed to be a match. Iyo Sky has a match coming up. And it's against our very own Zelina Vega of the Luftwaffe. That's right. The Latino World Order. And that was who was in the tank. It was Zelina Vega was in that tank. It was in the very tank. So Zelina Vega. Now, the women's division, this is what I think, but the women's division, they love the hair extensions. It's ridiculous. It gets to a point where it's silly. Zelina Vega, she looks like one of those troll dolls. Very pretty troll doll. The hair just everywhere. It's just ridiculous. 50% of Zelina Vega is her hair. Yeah. So how about this match? Instead of just complaining about the women's hair and how much hair extensions they have, all the time changing. So yeah, I can say even this. Next week, you can see on SmackDown, Shotzi could even have long hair again. It can change just like that. Oh, anyways, this match. This match was about, about 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes. It was Iyo Sky pretty much destroying, Zelina Vega in the ring there. Just beating her up. Zelina Vega, she has her big move. Her big move. She goes on the second rope. And then the Meteora right off the second rope, because now Zelina Vega, she's about 90, maybe 85 pounds, soaking wet. So she's tiny. She's a tiny little thing in the ring there. Going off the second rope is so high to her. To a normal person, going off, it's like, it's her second rope to a normal person third rope. It's true, because I said it. So with a big mediocre aura, she hits, Iyo Sky tries to get a pin, does not get the pin. Iyo Sky just demolished her again, picks her up for a double underhook suplex, breaks her in half with her knee, like a so. And after that happens, oh my goodness, it gets really strange because Iyo Sky decides to finish it off with her over the moon salt. So she stands on, Zelina Vega to go to the ropes. She's about to climb ropes, and then out in the entrance area, we got ourselves Shotzi beating up some Bayley. So they fight outside to the ring there, and Shotzi wants to shave Bayley's head. Bayley escapes with her life. She flips Shotzi right off. So this is happening this is taking a little bit to happen here. This is taking for a little bit. Like about a minute and a half, about a minute this is taking. So while this is happening, Iyo Sky is standing on the top rope still. Just standing there. Oh, what is happening? And then it's, Zelina Vega with a massive powerbomb. Powerbombs Iyo Sky. And then, of course, gets on top for the, some call it she calls it the Cold Red. Some people call it the Pop Rocks. Some people call it the Sunset Flip Powerbomb. Either way you call it, Iyo Sky loses this match to the LWO, Zelina Vega. That's right. So, next up is our main event match. The main event match of the night. Solo Sicoa versus Jey Uso. Now this one's crazy. Jey Uso's got a match in 24 hours, another day ahead of this. So this is, now Jey Uso rarely fights these days, Solo Sicoa rarely fights. But this is a good warm-up. Good warm-up for Jey Uso, because Roman Reigns, he fights even less. So Roman Reigns will be completely cold in that ring. Because goddamn, he fights goddamn. So how about this match? This match was really good. This match was really good. Possible match of the night. I'd say, yeah. It was good. regardless, it was good. Jey Uso, it was a lot of back and forth. Jey Uso got a moment there where, you got to punch someone real good. You put an extra spin on that, and he did. He spat on his hand, and he gave his brother the old punch of a lifetime. The old punch-a-roo of a lifetime. Now, like I say, this was back and forth. Solo Sicoa gets back in the game there, almost lobbing the head off of Jey Uso in that ring. Now, this is where the end sequence comes in. It's a very fast end sequence. It's insane how Jey can pull things out of the garbage. So Solo Sicoa gets a massive spinning an enziguri right on the head. Enziguri, I believe. And then after that, he picks him up and he gives him the spinning solo whammo, knocks him on the ground. Could have been a finisher right there. But he picks up Jey Uso, ready for the Samoan Spikeoa. The Solo Sicoa. The Samoan Spike. So he goes for that. However, he misses the spike. Jey dodges the spike and gives Solo the massive kick to the face. Super kick party to the face. And then, before you even know it, Solo Sicoa gets speared right out of his boots. Spear! And then, I think this is one of the greatest splashes I've ever seen Jey Uso accomplish off the top rope there. Jey Uso going horizontally in the air, like he's laying flat. Usually they're standing up, with their bent, their legs are down, they're bent. It's just like, they're going to land on their feet. But he's committed on this one here. To splash land this one here. And he did. Impressive by Jey Uso. Wins the match. However, after the match there, it's not over. Solo Sicoa, he's got a job to do for the tribal chief to take Jey out before the old, big old, what's that? The big match. The tribal combat match coming up Saturday. Yep, the tribal combat match. They're hyping that up. It's pretty much just like the Viking match, the Viking Raider match. It's like nonsense. But anything goes. Pretty much anything goes. Any weapon goes. No holds barred. Just another word for that. Anyway, Solo Sicoa tries to finish off Jey Uso. He attacks him. They fight outside the ring. There. Solo Sicoa throws Jey Uso against the, post. That doesn't do much. Solo Sicoa gets a chair to bash in some Jey Uso. Jey Uso, too quick. Super kick to the face. He super kicks that chair right to his face. Solo Sicoa goes down. He hits him a couple of times with the chair. Solo flies over the timekeeper's area. Jey Uso with one more. Solo Sicoa gets back up. Jey Uso one more time with the chair shot to the face. He goes down. And then, of course, Jey Uso celebrates, waiting for tomorrow at SummerSlam. SummerSlam on Saturday. So he jumps on the old, he pulls the old Gunther, jumps on the old, commentating table, and gets a crowd, yeah! Over here say yeah! Over there say yeah! Everybody in the house, jump your hands in the air like you don't care! Anyways, that does wrap it up for this episode of Smackdown, and also concludes this entire episode of the wrestling show. Now, for our podcast listeners, if you stuck around for the very end of the show, because it's a big thing, I hold a very special place in my heart, just for you, and for everybody. This is it for the show. I've been your host, Lip Hazlewood, for the wrestling show, saying see you next time. So, that's Bayley it. See you next time, everybody.